We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Tennessee Titans. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Nashville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This one swung out to Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Steps away to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. 30, the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Justin Fields, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Back to Montgomery on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 27-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson on the move to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Montgomery looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyron Johnson there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. George Pickens, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Faking the give. Now Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
78 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the 38, Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's got the first down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Running left, Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this one is right through, and that will tie things at 17 all. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Gets this one to Juszczyk.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ball again on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw.
They'll roll him out right.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3rd and 2, Fields. Right side, there's Likely with it. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Option play, here's Hall.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
One more time with Hall.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Grant. He will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Watson.
Dancing to his left.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, Watson.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Watson to throw.
Rolling to his left. And he comes back with one complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Here's Watson.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Now the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Watson now to throw. Out to his left. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One last throw here for Watson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for